Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I'm driving this, a lot of keys here. This is the HM Contessa Classic and this one comes courtesy of Sham to me. We are in Hyderabad and we're going to be making a vlog on this car, although I've done it before as well, but this car is in immaculate condition. Anyway, straight away we're going to be opening the engine bay, which means putting these big fat keys in my pocket. I don't know why it has so many keys, but any which ways, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle because, oh my god, I could lift it, but it's so heavy. It's unbelievably heavy, but we have to figure this out today. Where do I have to pull the hook? Which means I have to actually get down to see ये कैसे करते हैं complex. So yeah, it is, oh my goodness, it's so freaking heavy and hot as well. This is not possible with one hand. Sham, if you could be kind enough to help me open this one-hand operation, not working at all. Faisal Khan's fingers are too disappointed today. I'm going to put them in the pocket right now. Oh, there it has happened. Thank you so much. So Sham has been kind and helpful today. Wait here, don't run away. Who's going to shut it? So that is the engine bay. It says Isuzu there. You can look at the airbox. It's absolutely massive. Well, that's what she said. There's no insulation there. He got a new battery recently. I was supposed to drive the car almost a couple of weeks back, but then battery was missing and there's some complex mechanism with a lot of wires and stuff. You can close this at the moment if you can. Yeah. So basically he paid 3.6 lakhs for this vehicle and 40,000 rupees tax, but he got a car in immaculate condition. This is from 1990. See, he is also struggling, so I'm not bad at it. By the way, it's not shut. Where are you running, boss? Bandi nahi, khula pada hai abhi. So we got quad headlights. 1, 2, 3, 4. So something jams on the inside. It's very plain and basic, but okay, now finally it's closed. Thank you so much. So this is a muscle car and you can see it has some muscles. Wheels are really small. These are 13-inch, the tire size, and the actual tire size is 175/70 13. Now alloy wheels, steel wheels of course, and I can see there's a disc behind. You can see the underbody of this vehicle. I'm going to show you. Is it rusted or not? You guys need to tell me that. Mirror is placed here, seems a little jugadu as such, but from the side it looks absolutely purposeful. Look at the length of this vehicle. Look at the wheelbase. The wheels are like really small. Here it obviously gets a drum. That's the reason the steel wheel actually covers that, and then you can see a lot of stuff. Exposed wiring, there is where the fuel actually goes inside, and opening and closing the door is actually a pain in your rear because closing is a bit of an issue, opening is not. We're finally going to remove Faisal Khan's fingers of truth because it gets a real exhaust here, and you can see some amount of rusting here and there. That is the underbody of this Ford Mustang rival, and these are the lights. Well, you guys might be laughing that he's saying Ford Mustang rival. You know what is common between the Mustang and the Contessa? Well, both of them have been discontinued in India. Any which ways, let's remove the keys and open the boot of this vehicle, which means this is the vehicle key. And you know what, it has a very complex mechanism. I always put the key on the wrong side. Let's try this. Yeah, there you can see hydraulic struts are there for the boot. A lot of bottles lying here and there, and all the wires for the tail lights are freaking exposed. Now this is for the diesel filter or something of that sort. Spare wheel is full sized, I believe, and it also gets a steel wheel. Anyways, let's shut this. Okay, it's shut. That was kind of smooth. Let's get to the rear of the vehicle. First and foremost, let me tell you, space isn't great as such, but the seats seem comfortable, and there is a center armrest which is aftermarket, I believe. Parcel shelf area is big enough where there is I think that is speakers and subwoofers and whatnot. Meanwhile, okay, unfortunately space is not that great because under thigh support is not that great. Actually legroom and kneeroom is just about adequate. Not just about, it's kind of good as well. Long wheelbase of course, magazine holders, no scooped out seat back, adjustable headrest. I think they are adjustable. That's not the way you adjust it, Faisal. No height adjustable seat belts, you don't expect them at this price point. And there is a handle to hold on to. There is a light placement. The light has gone for a vacation. And yeah, no adjustable headrest at the rear because your passengers obviously do not get a head. Okay, you can see headroom is not that great, but there is no seat belt here, although there is one here. That's kind of very unique and how do I say, bespoke. Anyways, the dashboard looks nice and wide. In fact, I won't exaggerate, but this car is in absolute phenomenal condition. At least mechanically it looks fantastic. Power window switch you have to get from your own side from home. There's an ashtray here which is kind of weird. Now to shut the door, well, if I just pull it like this, it shuts. Not for all the doors though. Now we're going to get in from here because you can see there are no door pockets at all. This thing actually opens. I don't know how it opens, but it supposedly should open. I don't know where the button is to open this panel, of course, and there's a lot of storage space here as well. This could be closed, so there's a button here. Does this open? No, I don't know. It's like just a fun button you play with. Meanwhile, the center console is like huge. Dashboard is also huge, but it's small. Huge in the sense that you get it now, like the width is kind of small, or the depth is kind of small here. No auto dimming mirror, of course you don't get that, and no mirror here either. You get this sort of sun blocker as well. UV protection glass, you can call it, UV cut glass, whatever that is. Sham, if you could be kind enough to help me understand, is there a glove box which actually opens? So meanwhile we go to the other side, he's going to figure that out. It's his car, he only knows half the things and tricks and where he hides his cocaine. Anyways, I said coke, did not cocaine. I don't know why you guys heard rubbish. So basically there's that glove box, does that open or what, the top one?
No, actually the glove box has been broken. There's supposed to be a cover.
Oh, that is supposed to be a cover. तो ऊपर वाला खुलता नहीं है, पर मैंने तो खोल दिया. The panic on his face, that was absolutely wonderful to see. I thought this thing opens.
That is a space given for odometers or something like
Acha.
that.
Okay, so it's like that only. I'm so sorry to disturb you.
Everything else is original. Like
Everything
has been altered.
Oh, that's great. What about this audio system? This is not original.
Okay, that is not original. Yeah.
Okay, what is this button for?
For audio system.
For audio system. Oh, there's a separate button to activate the audio system. That's amazing. And there are a lot of buttons here. No, these are telltale lights actually.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, let's do one thing. Let's turn on the car. There's a full process to turn on the car. So first and foremost, we put the key inside. Okay, here, key goes inside, and then
Now.
1 second. Did I put it the other way?
Yeah.
I always put it the other way. Now there's
you
noise for 5 seconds. Yeah, and then we shut it. Then we turn it on. Another 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shut. And the sound doesn't go. What?
No, sir.
You have to rotate it
manually. Yes.
behind again. And then one last time. And now I should press. Okay, it's already in neutral. Now should I turn it on?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, now let's turn it on. Oh my god, that's how it turns on. What is the logic of this? I don't understand only. There's the audio system, 3 AC vents. AC is okay, doesn't work that fast. There's a proper handbrake, and there's some storage space here. The gear lever is vibrating a bit, and you have a marker in case you want to mark something on the road if your rear tires are not able to mark it for you.
I will write my information.
He writes information here and letters to his girlfriend, and there is this cigarette lighter where you have USB charging sockets. These are the control for the air conditioning system. This is to open the hood of the vehicle, and this is some, I don't know what. There's no dead pedal there, and you know what, the accelerator pedal is missing because he likes to use the raw thing, which is like, this is the accelerator actually, and that is the speaker of the vehicle. The controls are manual, of course, and this is the hand of the queen from Game of Thrones. It's kind of nice. The horn works now.
This way.
Yeah, this way it works, and this is obviously the indicator of the vehicle. Do the wipers work? They are the hazard light actually. These are the indicators, and yeah, controls for the lights. These are for the wipers. Let's use the wipers right away. Oh, okay. I just need to open. Yeah, wipers. Oh my god, the wipers are running at a speed. Okay, they have to time them to stop in the right place. Yeah. Oh no. Come on, can I do this? Yeah. Yo. I almost did it. That's also quite nice. You can hear the engines quite loud right now, and you're going to rev it a bit. Listen to this, okay? So many telltale lights everywhere. Speedometer, fuel meter, this is a temperature meter. It does not get a tachometer, but you guys already know all this information and more. But I should admit that the dashboard design is very nice because nothing seems broken other than the fact that this is kind of coming out. So you just put something on top of it so that cannot be seen. Anyways, let's start driving right away. Before that, okay, shutting the door is also a work of art because like I shut it like this, it doesn't shut. You have to pull this out and bang it in. Okay, 1 second. This is locked, okay? Yeah, now
With love, sir.
with the love. Oh my god. So basically you have to do it with love. That's the reason he keeps his sketch pen or rather marker with him, because whenever he's sitting in the car he feels that he needs to give love and that he gives to his girlfriend. Is that right?
No, sir.
Okay, let's start driving. Alright, we're all set to go into first gear, driving the motor, and off we go. Little bit of wheel spin because rear wheel drive. First gear, almost 40 kilometers per hour, and lot of smoke being put out from the rear. This is of course rear wheel drive. Steering has no feel. Car goes all over the place. Ride is not that great either. Engine becomes very noisy, but yes, this car actually does accelerate quite a bit. Okay, it feels much more better mechanically, and then we hit a speed breaker into second. Actually, we have to get into first gear. Going to glide it over the speed breaker quite comfortably. Although this is a muscle car, it doesn't really doesn't scrape anything as such. And then before I could shift to second, we hit another speed breaker. The clutch is not that heavy as such. The gearbox is super slick shifting. It's a very impressive gearbox. I really like it. Of course, Isuzu engine, and I believe Isuzu gearbox as well, and nothing beats the Japanese. We're going to come to a halt here. Brakes are, well, kind of soggy, but yeah, the car actually stops, which is a big boon as such. We're going to launch again into first gear. Hazard light off, revving the motor, and off we go. Some amount of wheel spin. This is a 1800cc Isuzu diesel engine, and trust me, it's very noisy, becomes super boomy, and because yeah, there is no turbocharger here as such, performance is not that great, but it's all about driving this car slowly and smoothly, because that is where it absolutely excels. Steering has no feel, but the car has the feel of driving. Okay, you can hear a lot inside. Ride quality is far from being the best, and then the car wavers everywhere. So dynamically this is very poor, but then it's a vintage car. It has the feel, it has that you just enjoy driving it slowly, because that's where this car really excels. Big steering wheel, so you can be like, oh man, nikla, oh gadi leke, oh raste mein. Yeah, that all can be done very nicely. Gearbox is so amazing. I love the gearbox on this car. It's very, very nice indeed. And because mechanically the car is actually in good condition, it's very fun to drive it. No issue on that front, no doesn't feel uneasy. Fueling is also kind of on the spot on side, and you have to be wary of the size, because it is quite a big car as such. Not wide, but it's very long indeed. Because of the length, you kind of worry. Now the top speed is around 120 kilometers per hour. The speedometer is marked very optimistically to 160 kilometers per hour. Around the corner there's so much body roll, it's so much body roll now that you might just fall off from the other side, but hey, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying, okay. Anyways, brakes could be much better. Very soggy braking system on this car. I think that's to do with the fact that the brakes are small itself. Tires offer decent grip for the speed, but then it doesn't really do much speeds as such. And today you might see a very different camera view, because I've actually inverted the camera today so that you can see the dashboard. Otherwise the seats are not height adjustable. You will just end up seeing all this and more. We're going to take a right here. Nuren is like this rickshaw person who always puts their hand, it's like a right, le lo beta, wahi hum karne wale hain abhi. And okay, steering wheel is not that heavy. At lower speed it's extremely heavy, but as you speed up, the steering is absolutely, I would say, kind of well calibrated as such. I'm moving all over the place trying to figure out where to go, what to do. Horn could be a little bit more masculine in this car. Now power from this vehicle is around maybe 50, 60, 70, 80 horsepower. I really don't know, and I really don't care, because it's all about the feeling of driving. In terms of feeling, it's absolutely stunning. We are into third gear at the moment. Listen to the sound, okay? Sounds really very nice. And oh my god, we are almost doing 80 kilometers per hour near the red line into fourth gear. And yeah, it actually has a 5-speed gearbox, which means that we can pull it further. The Contessa Classic actually had the Isuzu engine. The regular Contessa did not have, and there are a lot of different grille designs which also kind of differentiate the car from others. So yeah, you can see it wavers all over the place, which means that you have to have a firm hand on the steering wheel just to keep it in center position, and then the steering itself doesn't have a center position, because when I get into the center, it kind of goes all the way to the right side as well. A tachometer would be a real boon in this car. It would be really helpful to gauge the revs, but then there's nothing in the top end, so there's no point pulling it all the way in the top end of the rev range, because this car actually just likes, say, the mid range as such, because lower down it just doesn't move that fast, and then mid range is nice, and then top end becomes so noisy, it's so loud that you're like, nahi bhai, rehne de, main next gear mein chala jata hu. Okay, making a quick overtake, you need to plan a bit, because obviously there's not as much grunt as you would expect. In terms of safety ratings, this car got a -5 probably, or something of that sort, but hey, that doesn't matter. What matters is the feel of driving. 80 kilometers per hour onto the brakes. Brakes are quite soggy, and then the car moves all over the place when you try to apply heavy braking, but that's something you have to refrain from doing it. And then if you're in higher gear, well, it makes this sort of a uncomfortable knocking sound, because it's not really comfortable. So we'll shift to another lower gear, which is the third gear at the moment. And then the suspension makes too much noise as well. Yeah, the suspension is extremely noisy. A lot of sounds coming from everywhere. I think there are spacers at the rear, which doesn't really help this cause. The spacers have been given only for the reason that it doesn't bottom out at the rear. We're going to stop here. We're going to launch it again into first gear, and ready to roll. Off we go. I can actually see black smoke coming out from the exhaust, but you know what, this car has a fitness certificate in 2024, so nothing to worry on that regard. And listen to this, in the top end into second gear, it will hit 60 kilometers per hour into third. So 0 to 100 kilometers per hour takes around 21.77 seconds, which makes it quite slow. And then it's not pulling really, because we are obviously on a sort of an incline as such, and then there's a speed breaker to spoil our party, so we're going to apply brakes, and then yeah, it stops pretty okay. Yeah, onto the gas. You can pick the car up in second gear because diesel tractability. Fuel efficiency is around 15 kilometers per liter in the city with traffic. Out on the highway, this will give you around 20 kilometers per liter, which makes it quite efficient as well. And then the fun of driving this car is slowly enjoying the atmosphere, knowing everyone is going to look at you, being like, "अरे ये देखो इसमें बहुत patience है, ये पुरानी गाड़ी को maintain करते हैं, मतलब कुछ तो बात है इस भाई बंदे में." But then I asked the owner of this car, Shyam, that why did he get a Contessa for 4 lakhs? He could have got a Maruti Espresso, which is like a super SUV, but then he's like, vintage car, rear wheel drive, attracts a lot of attention, but yeah, because it's not much power, it's not really going to drift as such. So as I see it, when I drove the Contessa last time, I was speaking a lot technical, talking about the history of the vehicle. That's the reason I'm not getting into all that today. I'm just talking about the feeling of driving this car, which is still kind of unparalleled. Only thing is you need a lot of TLC to maintain this car. It's not going to be easy. It's never was. It's never going to be easy to drive a vintage car as such. And then obviously when I'm like in 4th gear, I want to get into 5th and see what happens. And then, oh my god, there's this drone inside the cabin, because yeah, 5th gear is something which you would only put when you're out on the highway cruising around 100 kilometers per hour to extract the best efficiency. And then I don't know where these small Chintu speed breakers come from and why are they even there. So guys, this is my vlog of the Hindustan Motors Contessa Classic, a car which deserved a better farewell, a car which should have been on sale for a longer duration of time, a car which needs to make a comeback, a car which Nurian likes to call as Khatara. सच बोल हाँ ऐसे क्यों बोलती है anyways, it's not her cup of tea because she already has a vintage car called the Skoda. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this vlog, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That's the like button. Look at these people आराम से चल रहे AC की गाड़ी में, comfort levels and all that stuff. And look at us. I mean, sweating like crazy. But then, you know, we are really enjoying motoring. We are really enjoying every mile, every kilometer, every inch of the road. And that is the beauty of an old vintage car. The sound, the feeling, the mechanical clunk, everything makes you realize that the people who used to drive these cars, a lot of respect for them for the level of patience, but then they actually had fun driving this. But now cars have become like appliances. Like you can call this a refrigerator, you can call that a microwave, but not this one, man. This is absolutely stunning. I love it. Bye bye.